The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Media Mash, a roundtable of Cowboys insiders dropping wisdom and offering sizzling takes on the current state of your Dallas Cowboys. Now, your host, Newy Scruggs.
Media Mash time right here from the Star in Frisco, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Newy Scruggs, joined by former Cowboys beat writer and the author. He is Jean-Jacques Taylor, working on a big-time book. And we've got Fort Worth Star-Telegram's own Nick Harris. We've just left the locker room. George Pickens
all smiles.
spoke to us. Yes, George Pickens is all smiles here. And I did ask him, what is most important to you when you think about trying to get your next contract? Is it the quarterback? Is it money? Is it winning? What moves you?
That's a good question.
That is a good question, Newy Scruggs.
And he said winning. He said, I won in high school, won at Georgia.
So he gone.
And that's why I asked about the quarterback, considering what happened to him in Pittsburgh and what has happened here so far.
Yes. And the receiver is the most dependent position on the quarterback.
And I would look at, if I were him, I would say, look at a case study of Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill in Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes. Tyreek Hill in Miami. Tyreek Hill has his money. But I would argue, had he stayed with Patrick Mahomes, the opportunity to build a case for a potential discussion in the Hall of Fame, more numbers and rings would have been available for him. I'm not going to fault any player who wants to get paid.
I was going to say, man.
Okay, I'm not going to fault them. And you go from
paid first.
Okay, but you gave up something too. It's the gift and the curse. Maybe, and this I'm not sure. Maybe you weren't going to get what you got in Miami, but if you could have got enough and still got rings and still building towards something Hall of Fame-ish, that to me, a situation like that matters. And, oh, by the way, the quarterback. That's a special quarterback that you're playing with. In Miami, it's Tua time hadn't been so good.
Yeah, that's always a very interesting question because he wasn't a first-round pick. So he hadn't had the big payday yet. And, you want to secure your long-term generational future first. Now, I think you make the other good point, which is somebody offers you $31 million a year and somebody else offers you $28 million a year. Is it really that much difference? And you go, well, yeah, over 4 years, that's 12 or 13 more million.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it is, and just that portion for me, I always think about. I said, when you're winning championships and you're building for instance, Zeke Elliott, his first 3 years here, was building a Hall of Fame type resume. He had these kind of numbers. And then, of course, he came the issues off the field, which kind of set him back. But when you come out and you're starting to build something pretty good, I mean, even Micah Parsons right now, what he started to build in his career, man, that's something. If you can try to keep stacking, I think that's something to think about. That's something. If I were an agent, I thought, hey, man, I want to get you paid. We want to get you paid, but can you get paid? Maybe not the top dollar, but still be trying to make sure that one day they talk about you as a legend of the game and one of the best. I think that's a conversation worth having if you have that type of ability. Not saying that George Pickens is, but just starting to ask the questions about, hey, when you're thinking about leaving, what are you leaving for? And if it's just the money, there's plenty of dudes who getting paid and get a lot of money ain't happy no more.
This is true, but you try to buy that happiness. OJ played on a team that never won.
OJ also is
and he got the legend. I mean, he was a legend. He was a Hall of Famer. They never won.
He played football?
Yeah.
I mean, they was 9-5 one year and lost 32-14 to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I went out at halftime and played in the snow.
So I kind of go back to Eric Dickerson.
Now, there's a good one.
So Eric was killing it. You're a little young, Nick. Eric Dickerson was killing it with the Rams. Put
250 up in the playoffs and the Cowboys.
He was playing for John Robinson, who was run.
John Robinson.
Run. We running. He came from US. We running. Give it to Eric. Eric left. Eric right. Eric got frustrated, got mad, wanted his money, went with the Colts. His old coach, Bob SMU, and nothing, never the same.
Sealy, Texas, great.
Then again, there's Marshall Faulk. who took the money, went to the Rams, won Super Bowls, and was part of the greatest show on turf.
And so, but
Saquon.
he was in that position of where the Colts were like, we got Peyton Manning. We're paying this guy. We're paying him. We're going to build it all around you. And Bill Polian confident say, you know what? I'm going to let you go because I got somebody I want. And it's not even Ricky Williams.
Who shocked the world?
I want Edgerrin James from Miami. So, I mean, I look at that in terms of just,
I'm really just having this conversation because I think about all times in terms of just my own career. I could have made more money elsewhere, but certain things appealed to me more than money. Lifestyle, schedule. Like I once had an opportunity to go to Minnesota, and I was just like, I don't want to, covering the Vikings is all right. That's cool. I ain't trying to be that cold. You know what I mean? Like lifestyle mattered to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to dress warm most of the year. I want to chill out. And so, it's all about what matters to you. That's why unless you truly know, even when we were talking about Kirk Cignetti and whoever Penn State hires, a lot of that is more than just money. It's about all the other stuff that goes into your lifestyle.
Right. And I said, I so understand the National Football League is truly not for long. We're talking about guys, and I'm not begrudging anyone getting money, but boy, you start playing for some teams here and you're getting some winning done.
Of course, this team ain't won though, dog.
And yes, you're correct. But I go back to this for him. You got a quarterback now. A quarterback
you ain't gonna be the first option here. Don't look at me like that. You might want to be the man, or you might find out that life as Alvin Harper was better.
I'll say this,
but
right now.
But you're not gonna convince that man of that when the number one been out and he done been put up the numbers he put up.
We talked about this on got into a nice argument on the Players Lounge last show. Yes, well we got an argument because Barry didn't want to hear it, and because I said this year Pickens has been a better player than CeeDee Lamb, and when CeeDee Lamb comes back this week, George Pickens may get a couple more targets than CeeDee because right now he's been to me this year been the better player. I go back to that Philly game. I can't get that Philly game out of my mind.
Yeah,
I cannot. The 4 drops, because then it reminded me too, like the Green Bay game, the playoff game. Where were you?
So CeeDee need to restake his claim as that dude. Is that what you're saying?
Hey man, if there's a jump ball right now, hey, I need it's third and 18. I'm gonna just throw it up here. Who you gonna throw it up? The CeeDee or throw it up George Pickens right now?
I'd say the stats and how they look at the end of the year, it's going to be a very interesting conversation when it comes to getting that contract done because he's making the $34 million a year. Does that become the ceiling or does that become the floor for George Pickens? And I think the stats this year are really going to reflect what that looks like.
Yes, with the agent, it's gonna be very and so then with Jerry and company, is it a franchise tag? What do you do? But
what's my name?
I'll say.
What's my name?
David.
David. What's my name?
It's David. Say it. Say my name. I'm going to say my name. But I mean,
hey, David got 2 first-round picks.
David's straight. He's the baddest man in the game. Right?
And so I kind of come back. This is one of those where be very interesting behind the scenes of what the quarterback has to say about Pickens, where his relationship is and where they're seeing something. I asked George Pickens today at the press conference, are you at that point in time where you and Dak have that chemistry? We can just kind of look at each other like where's the growth thing? So we're getting close. He says they're getting close to where hey man, we're looking at each other doing well. I mean, right now, look at Pickens. He's caught a touchdown pass in 5 consecutive games. We're talking about him ranking 3rd in the NFL with 525 receiving yards, most by a Cowboy through the first 6 games of the season since Terry Glenn back in 2005. And he's got 7 receptions of 25-plus yards this year, tied for 2nd in the league, trailing only Jackson Smith and Jigba. And since 2024, Pickens' 21 receptions of 25-plus yards, ranked 2nd in the league behind Justin Jefferson. This guy is playing really well with a quarterback who's playing really well right now. And if I'm Jerry Jones, I don't let this young man get out the door.
You can't, especially after giving up 3rd and 5th round picks for him. Even a 3rd round compensatory pick you would get in return, I'm sure, does it kind of balance out? Maybe, but then you're giving up a 5th round pick in that instance for 1 year of George Pickens in a year where it's not looking great.
I mean, the great Bill.
Do you want to spend $70 million on receivers? And we ain't even talking about Turpin. Turpin got a little mini deal. So that's 3 receivers.
Okay, so
60 on your quarterback. That's 130 right there.
Or 2.5 receivers.
You didn't pay the linebacker, so you got some money. You didn't pay what?
Short half.
I just asked a question, man.
I'll say this. I'll ask my cap guy, where's 88 looking at here as we start to go down the road, and if I pay him, where do I go? I'm having the conversation. I'm having the conversation with the quarterback way deep behind the scenes where it's just us. How you feeling about this thing here? And in 2 years, if there's only one here, how do you go? I mean, look at what they did with Amari Cooper. You paid Amari Cooper, but you drafted CeeDee Lamb and got to that point in time. I know it was a different contract.
Boy, it sounds like you're pulling the James Franklin on CD, man. That's what it sounds like to me, man. CD left 2 weeks ago, and it was, oh my God, how are we gonna survive without CD? Now it's like, I don't know. Life without CD has not been
Tell
as
you what,
bad as I thought it was.
James Franklin right now is going to be getting paid $660,000 a month to chill out.
Is CeeDee Lamb better than George Pickens?
Yes.
Right now and in general.
Yes.
Are you hesitating? Really?
See, man.
Are you hesitating? That is just the hesitation alone. You could say yes. It's already been answered.
No, it's already been answered. Did you cheat on me?
Exactly.
You know, at one point in time.
No.
At one
Took
point,
you too long, baby.
At one point in time, Jermaine Jackson was the lead singer of the Jacksons.
It was Daddy come home.
Jermaine Jackson wasn't putting up CeeDee Lamb numbers.
And then Michael.
Jermaine Jackson did not have the franchise records for reception and receiving yards in a season.
Then Michael got the mic, and we
That's what
or it's just like Genesis. Phil Collins wasn't always the lead singer in Genesis. Then he became that guy. I mean, as Bill Parcells,
but it took more than 16 days.
To quote the great Bill Parcells, you don't want to lead a huddle because you never know who's going in. George Pickens has gone in and been that number one guy. My gosh.
CD, it ain't me, dog. I'm with you, dog.
Hey, there's narratives out there trying to trade George Pickens right now.
I wouldn't be trading George Pickens.
Now you gotta check where the narratives come from.
I wouldn't be trading George Pickens. That's all I'm saying. I'm standing on. I'm not trading George Pickens.
Are you saying you'd be trading CeeDee Lamb?
I didn't say that because
Newy,
looking at his I need to look at the contract. I'm not trading him because I'm
making
pretty
$34 million a year.
and I'm pretty sure
That's
to
the only
trade
because you
him.
can't trade.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can't do anything right now or next year. But we see how this thing. This all right. This
CD, it ain't me, dog.
It's not me either.
All I'm saying is you go back. You now. If I try to do what the Cincinnati Bengals did, how do we make this work?
Yep.
How do I make it work with Higgins and with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow? Figure it out. I mean, Trey Hendrickson is you like guy on the boat. So Cowboys got rid of Micah. So
I'll play devil's advocate with you for a bit. Let's say that they do pay George Pickens and you got to pay him 32. Let's say that, right? You got 68 to those two. You got 15 to Ferg. You got 60 to Dak Prescott. I get it. You have to draft perfectly to be able to fill the team out around them. So I get that. Okay. I get where you'd be coming from with it. I would take that chance. Personally. I think it's worth dedicating that much money to those kinds of playmakers. It's a rare gift to be able to have two receivers like that on the same team.
I'll figure it out defensively and
like you did this year.
And let me say this, man. And it's I'll be a Matt Eberflus defender from this standpoint. If you believe in the man, as Jerry has said yesterday on his radio show, and then when he met with the media after the East-West Shrine Bowl presser, then do what you did for Dan Quinn. Go get him the players he needs.
Okay.
If you're going to say that, I mean, at the end of the day, Jacques, if I'm going to hire you, then I need to let you do what you do. Jacques likes this, boom. Nick, if this is how you get down, then let me give you the tool. If you're my carpenter, let me give you the tools. If I believe in your work. Because right now, I don't think it's been fair for Eberflus. It was not fair for Mike Zimmer last year. Zim wins with big people up front. You had no big people, and the people are complaining like that. It's not really Mike's fault. Give Mike what he needs. What's his resume say? When he was successful, they didn't have it here. So if you want to see, because I was one of those when Dan Quinn got brought in from Atlanta. What are they bringing this dude for, man? He left Atlanta all in bad shape, man. You went down here. You cold product. And I said, if you're going to bring him here, let him bring in his coaches, which they did, and then they gave him what he needed. Do that. when I covered the Lakers and they brought Phil Jackson in, Phil brought in his coaches, and then he started being able to bring in players he wanted. Here's John Sally. John Sally couldn't play, but John Sally knew how to triangle work. Hey, go work with Shaq. Here's Ron Harper. Ron Harper wasn't a starter anymore, but hey, Kobe, here's how the triangle works. And then they eventually brought in Horace Grant. So they brought these guys to help teach his system, ended up winning the championship. I'm not saying Matt Eberflus about to win no championship, but give him what you did, Dan Quinn. They spent a whole draft defensively saying, what you need, baby. And it worked. I'm not saying it's going to work with Eberflus, but can we be fair? That was all I would say. Be fair. I ain't saying I'm sold on the guy, because I did ask the question, what did he really win in Indianapolis? What did he really do? What really makes him great? I mean, DQ took a team to a Super Bowl, had an MVP, was up 28-3. He at least had that. Eberflus has had none of this. None of this is and that's just a coordinator, head coach. All we had to do was see Monday night, less than a year later, Bears go win a game.
I'll contend one point is that he has brought his guys in. He brought in the Jack Sanborn, the Reddy Stewart.
The real guys.
The trading for Kenneth Murray.
Real guys.
I mean, this is a guy who came up as a linebackers coach, and they said, hey, go get you linebackers then. We will go get you linebackers. Said, okay, let's go trade for that guy, and let's go bring that guy in.
They got them out this Dallas spot.
I was about to say, and Nick, I'm telling you, go buy your school clothes and go here to the discount store.
Hey, I can look fresh at the thrift now.
Okay, but if I sit up here and say, Nick, you know what, man?
It's a $10 shirt.
Well, we told DQ to go down here. We told DQ to go down here to the Galleria and go get down. And we told you to go down here to the thrift store.
Town East.
Well,
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna try and get. I'm not trying to get people calling me, but I'm just saying.
Somewhere over there in Bout Springs.
Right. And the flea market, okay?
The first Monday in Canton.
Okay. You go out
something like that.
You at Trader's Village. Figure it out. I mean,
I get you.
That's what I'm saying. And for there's certain fans who don't want to hear it when I say that. But I just feel like somewhere along the way we would like to be fair to guys. If you want to fire me and you don't like me like Nolan, okay, fine. But when they brought in DQ, help the guy out. Sanborn, no. I didn't know who he was.
I thought it was David, man.
Murray? I mean, what's the team fold in 6 years? I mean, dude, get past.
He has a reputation as the stiffest linebacker in the NFL.
Okay, I mean, dude, get past
to disprove that.
Right,
although he was a beast.
And there was no real dollars attached to any of these guys.
Yeah,
you know, so it was
you gotta have real players, man.
Right. I mean, hey, man, he's my guy, and the Bears say, okay. Thanks, Jack.
You can take him with you.
The only guy that he's brought in that has been worth keeping has been Reddy Stewart. And that was the guy that they just fell into after waiver cuts.
And even Reddy Stewart what should he really be?
Excellent. All right, let's get our first break here. He's Jacques Taylor. That is Nick Harris on Newy Scruggs, Media Mash on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Look, school is starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Back to Media Mash.
Tostitos team bags are back. You get the official chip of the Dallas Cowboys at your local store, available for a limited time. Scan the QR code or visit FritoLayExperiences.com for a chance to win epic experiences all season long. One lucky Cowboys fan will win an epic game day experience and get to be a part of the Cowboys Thanksgiving Day traditions, courtesy of Tostitos. And there's the bag right there. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Nick Harris, Fort Worth Star Telegram, joins us right now. Jean-Jacques Taylor, former Cowboy beat writer, and the author is here. Cowboys getting ready to take on the Washington Commanders, who are a 3-3 football team. They had the Chicago Bears at home on Monday night, and they lost. They ended up losing that game. So, by the way, it was a game last year that Chicago had won in Washington under Matt Eberflus, and they choked that game away. So they took care of business. Looking at the 3 victories for Washington, they've beaten the New York Giants, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the LA Chargers. They've lost to Green Bay at Green Bay. They've lost to Atlanta at Atlanta, and they lost at home to Chicago. So what do we make of Washington?
Yeah, it's a team that's trying to get healthy and figure out its identity when it's healthy, right? I mean, Jaden Daniels being out certainly hasn't helped their offensive progression. Defensively, there's been some issues with the run defense. I mean, when a guy like DeAndre Swift can get 7.7 yards per carry on you, oh my gosh, this is not the Eagles' DeAndre Swift, or even prior to that.
In Georgia,
this is Georgia. I mean, this is a very washed DeAndre Swift. It's DeAndre Stiff these days.
Wow.
He turned back the clock on him. So, is this a get right game for Javonte Williams? I think potentially. I think with the way that run defense played last week, kind of a Dan Quinn run defense that we got used to seeing around here for a couple of years. Nothing against DQ, but that's kind of the nature of it. But I am curious to see how the defense responds. Talking about the Cowboys defense against a running quarterback and Jaden Daniels. We've known they have struggles with guys on the run. What can they do here?
They have struggles with everybody, man. So,
they do. There's not one like style player where they're like, oh yeah, they're typically good against that kind of.
Right. I am curious though. And I think this often, having covered football for 30 years. At what point does personal pride come in? Like, do you care enough, just as a professional, to? I was so embarrassed last week, dog. Whatever, it ain't gonna happen this week.
If it didn't happen last week, when the dude get on the microphone and tell you buckle up.
Well, they didn't respect Rico. Like, they don't look at me like that, man.
Rico said they know.
Well, they didn't. So they didn't respect him. I don't think they respect him. I think they just like he bumping his gun, whatever, dog. I mean, that's what did Kenny Clark say. Although Kenny Clark wasn't here with him as a teammate.
But Kenny Clark said he hadn't seen us.
Right. And now he hadn't. Ooh. So
apparently
I'm
did.
Curious,
Kenny, he did.
Like this. I was curious to see what the game plan would look like, how they would play that first week CD was out.
Okay.
When they had all those injuries. And now I'm curious to see, does this defense have any professional pride to them at all? Like, and maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I think we get an answer this week.
Okay.
Because just personal pride can make you play better.
Washington averaged $150 on the ground.
Oh, what's the over and under? Would they hit the average?
I mean, really, hey guys, if we can keep it 130, let's try to keep it 130.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Would they hit the average?
Yeah.
You know. Now, how much is that? Because they played two safeties back, and it's like kill us with the run, not with the pass. We don't want to give up no big plays.
Yeah. Talking about the Washington offense?
No, Cowboys defense.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The Cowboys defense is going to be predicated on the Cowboy offense here. I mean, the Cowboy offense is going to need to try and put together a couple of drives and control the clock a little bit to keep Washington off the field.
They need to score their average.
Yes.
30.
If they score 30 and Washington scores their average, then the Cowboys will win.
But the Cowboys need to score their average, 30.
They almost got there.
That almost ain't getting it done this year.
Well, I mean, when the defense allows a final drive of 6 minutes, 7 seconds, you'll get the ball back. That's tough.
No, you had a couple red zone trips where you took field goals, get touchdowns. We know. Yep. See, we know now who we like. Let me steal Newy's favorite phrase. We know the carpenter's tools on this particular team.
True.
And so that makes you play different.
Okay.
You can't lie to yourself and be like this or that. You got to go like when you inside the 10 in the headset, you need to be 4 downs. We don't need Brandon kicking 25-yard field goals because we really know what we are.
Right.
We got to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and that game against Carolina was pretty obvious that you needed to. But once again, talking to Dak after the game, we thought they were getting the ball back. Didn't happen. Did not happen.
Well, now you know.
Well, yeah, now you know. Let's take our final break. When we come back here, reinforcements along the way. Not just CeeDee Lamb. There's more. We'll talk about it right here on the Media Mash on DallasCowboys.com.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Look, school is starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Back to Media Mash.
Cowboys Nation limited single game tickets are available now. Get ready to bring the noise as you watch your Cowboys live at AT&T Stadium when they host NFC East rivals Eagles, Commanders this weekend, plus the Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings, and Cardinals. Visit DallasCowboys.com/tickets or SeatGeek.com, the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. You're the Media Mash. I'm Newy Scruggs, joined by Nick Harris, the 4-Star Telegram, and Jean-Jacques Taylor, former Cowboy beat writer and the author. So, CeeDee Lamb's coming back this week. Yeah. Watching George Pickens put up their numbers. I feel good. I'm ready to go. I feel good. Tyler Booker, the first-round draft pick and right guard, has been out with a high ankle sprain. We talked to him a little bit today, and he says he's trending towards getting back. Didn't want to say he was back, but Dr. Jerry Jones said on Tuesday, looking for him to play along with Kevontae Turpin. So bodies are coming back. Anybody else potentially here, Nick, that we need to be talking about?
Jack Sanborn was limited today in practice past the final step of his concussion protocol. So you get your linebacker back, Matty Eberflus. We can talk about some other guys. Cooper Beebe's going to stay on IR at least one more week, still dealing with that ankle-foot issue. I think he's probably a couple weeks out, honestly. DeMarvion Overshown was said yesterday by Brian Schottenheimer. He's a week or two out from having his practice window open. I think he'll play against the Raiders after the bye week. I think that's probably what we're looking at for him.
What about Mingo?
Jonathan Mingo. Yeah, so
Jalen
Cropper was released yesterday. It opens up a roster spot for Jonathan Mingo. That's the most practical one that gets put into place there. So yeah, you're looking at a potential Jonathan Mingo situation.
Mingo. Look, and we're debating this on the Players Lounge. Jalen Tolbert will be a free agent at the end of the year if Nick Harris doesn't get him traded. Right, if Nick doesn't get him traded first. So Mingo you talk about 2026, Mingo has a future here. So it's going to be on the roster, and so there you go with that. Now, Ryan Flanoy's made it real hard for him to get on the football field. Yep. Real hard. But Mingo is going to be a part of the future of the Cowboys.
Okay.
Next year's his contract year, so he's going to have to figure out something quick. He's going to figure it out quick.
Yeah.
I will say he had a decent training camp, but so did Kyer Elam, and he's not.
Yeah, I was like, whatever, man. I done seen enough of the underwear Olympics. I don't get too hyped on that. Nobody, and this is my guy. Nobody had more. We used to call Bo Morgan Training Camp Hall of Fame. Rushed for 12,074 yards, caught 174 passes, and scored 77 touchdowns in training camp.
Dennis Houston.
Yeah. I used to call him all all Alamo Dome. when the Cowboys were practicing down there in San Antonio, all Alamo Dome, looking good, or all Wichita Falls, all Austin.
And Bo is my guy, so it ain't even about him. It's just there's a lot of guys that perform.
It's a tradition like no other. Danny Amendola, 1 year, he's all Oxnard.
Somebody asked me about 3 weeks ago about Danny Amendola. He was with the Cowboys. I said, my lasting memory of Danny Amendola with the Cowboys is somebody picked him up when they was doing a scrimmage with the Broncos and picked him up and tossed him out of bounds like he was a 6-year-old.
No, I just remember they had him returning punts against the Chargers. He fumbled. It just didn't translate to the football field. And I think Danny would probably be honest. He didn't deserve to make the team.
No, not that version of it.
He did not deserve to make the team.
Like Mingo, he needed 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 years to,
you got to make you got to make the team in camp. It's like when Tony Romo made the team in camp. Yep. In games, in preseason games, and so people need to see something. Dak Prescott, when he played in the preseason game, that first one in Los Angeles, okay, looking at something here.
What's up with this?
Danny Amendola's the guy like, I can't trust you. I can't do that. And he was the darling in OTAs and all that kind of good stuff. But you got to show it on the field. Yep. Or Barry Switzer, you said, can you do it when the band is playing? That was his thing. Can you do it when the band is playing? All this stuff was closed door and all that. Or closed practice, fine. When the band is playing, if you can't do it, I got no use for you.
Yep.
There you go. And
he learned, and to his credit, he learned to get better. That's one of those where I don't blame the Cowboys. I don't blame them to say, you guys didn't see it. Nah, man.
It be like that sometimes.
It did, and so he went to St. Louis, went to a bad football team, got an opportunity to play, and it was the Cowboys at that time were a better football team underway. They were winning, so you needed to really show something. So there you go. But okay, practice report. Anybody out there we need to be thinking about? Everybody good?
Everybody's good. If we're looking on the other side for the Commanders though, 3 guys did not practice because of injury. Dorrance Armstrong, former Cowboy, dealing with a hamstring. Chris Rodriguez Jr., one of their backup running backs, dealing with a calf.
Okay.
And Drake Jackson, one of their rotational defensive ends, dealing with a knee. There's a lot of guys that were out for rest purposes, but doesn't look like anything too notable. Terry McLaurin, who has not been playing much this year, dealing with a quad, but he was limited today. He's back on the practice field, so
he's seen that tape. He'll be ready to go on Sunday.
Well, this is a key game. Washington 3-3, Cowboys 2-3-1. This is a home game.
It's at the crib.
It's a home game. You got to get it done because the next time you see the Commanders, it's going to be a Christmas night up there.
And this would be, if they could pull it off, a fantastic win with who's coming up over the next 3 weeks after that.
If you want to have a shot, you got to go 3-0 before the bye.
Nick been on that thing. I don't think that. I think they got to win. I will say I think they got to win.
With the way the back half of the schedule set up,
I would say they got to win 3 of the next 4.
So the next 3 games, okay, before the bye, home against Washington, at Denver, and then a home game on Monday night against Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. And Kyler Murray said whatever you want about, but dude, don't lose at AT&T. Period.
I'm gonna say whatever I want about him.
Okay, you do that, but just go ahead, check the record. All right, that's the Media Mash. Nick Harris, Chuck Taylor, I'm Newy Scruggs for Chris Beeman. Everybody here at DallasCowboys.com. We're done.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!